What is up, y'all? My name is Like. Welcome to the podcast, DBFT. It's a good day. It's a good day. Well, good night, you know. Um, for those of y'all that are from my area, Brownsville, okay, and y'all are familiar with Southmost La Pitada, it is going bonkers right now. I can hear it in the background, bro. It's crazy. Um, Euphoria. It's euphoric, you know. But crazy game. I thought a big swing was almost in their favor, in the Chargers' favor, um, as far as the punt situation at the towards the end of the game, where we stopped them, and then all of a sudden, you know, the botch punt happens, and man, Jalen Tolbert didn't even need to touch that ball. But hey, you know, stuff happens. Luckily, because I mean that I believe we had all the momentum at that time. You know, well, we did have all the momentum at that time. I meant to say, I believe we would have executed on that momentum and scored a field goal or something to just kind of ice it, a little dagger field goal. Like the Chargers ain't gonna put up two scores in less than 3 minutes or 4 minutes, whatever time was gonna be left after we scored. But I just felt like we had the utmost momentum on that in that situation, and unfortunately, Tolbert thought that Turpin touched the ball, um, and that was crazy, man. But um, as far as the game goes, man, like hats off to Dak. We've been all criticizing him. Well, some of us, okay? Me more so than anybody. I've been critical on Dak, okay? You got to be critical to people that you care about. You got to criticize people that you care about a little bit, like as far as we know you can be better. We know you could do better, man. We want to see it. We want that, and it's our team. We feel like we are you. So like, you know, who's our worst critic than ourselves, right? If we want if we are striving for W's in life, you know what I mean? Like, who's our who would be our worst critic than ourselves? You know what I mean? So, um, we feel like we are you, man. Sometimes, like, whoever. It could be Micah. It could be. We want more from you, man. Micah showed up. I mean, Herbert was under pressure the whole game. We only got to him, I believe, one time, but there was pressure all over him, rushing him all day, hitting his arm when he threw, making him just see ghosts, bro. Like he was throwing into the dirt more so than into his receiver's hands. You know what I mean? So good game that we put together. I wouldn't say great, but it's a great win. Okay, that was epic. That was epic, man. That was epic. I loved obviously the final result, but a lot of things we can improve on. Uh, Penalties, sloppiness, just uh, you know the title for this game. I'll quote Dak. Okay, resilient. Resilient, man. That was resilient. We fought and we battled and we got bruised up, but at the end of the day, we came out with the W. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, if you F with me, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all don't know how much it helps out. Ring the bell notification, all that. Yeah. So as I dive into this, I just want to start off by saying I'm gonna start this off. Usually, I do the key plays, go down the key plays, and at the end, I give the game balls and the game stats. But this time I want to do something a little different. Um, I want to add in ways that we can improve. You know what I mean? It would help us tremendously and help us win more games, and that's the difference between us and a great team, a team that we are 4-2, but we could be 4-1. We 5-1. We didn't have to lose to Arizona. 49ers just whooped us, okay? 49ers just whooped us. That shouldn't have been a whooping, but they could have still beat us, okay? I'll take that. I'll take that L. But, I mean, it's not the playoffs, so I'll take that L. But if we're talking about, execution and teams we should have beat, Arizona should definitely fall under that category with the journeyman quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're home or away in that situation. You got to win that, man. You got to win that. So, yeah, I wanted to start off by just saying a couple things that we can improve on that'll make us better. I had these thoughts after, the L that we took, after, my post-game reaction. I was just thinking deep, man. Like, what can we do? What can we do? You know what I mean? And I just came up with these little things, a few, actually. I put ways to get better, right? More checks and audibles, bro, at the line. Pre-snap. Pre-snap is where Dak seems to be losing. Okay, pre-snap. A lot of that has to do with just getting into the right play and stuff like that. I love to bring up Tony Romo on on my podcast. If you ain't familiar, get familiar, because I'm always bring up Tony Romo, man. I was a huge Tony Romo fan. But lifelong Cowboys fan. I was a Cowboys fan since the 90s when I was born. You know what I mean? Or when I was growing up. I wasn't born in the 90s, but so I do have the historic factor, but I picked up on Tony Romo a lot when he super underrated quarterback, man. Top 5 quarterback in his day. I don't know if y'all saw the stat Sunday night. I think it was yesterday. They showed that Romo had the longest away game road win streak, the longest road win streak, tied with 11s, all 11s. You know what I'm saying? Tied with them. It was like Peyton Manning. Tom Brady was somewhere in there. It was who else? Couple other names. Jalen Hurts, I think it was, and then a couple other quarterbacks that played, during the little, Romo era and stuff like that. I think Joe Montana was in there. So, you know what I mean? Very underrated quarterback. So I like to bring him up a lot. The point is that, Tony Romo would more times than not get us into the right play. That's why he was such an efficient quarterback. It wasn't so much that he was so talented. A lot of it was up here. And, of course, he was a great athlete. Tony Romo was very underrated as an athlete. Very underrated pocket presence. Way better pocket presence than Dak. Dak gets lost in the pocket. For today when we saw him, ad-libbing and shit, stuff slipped out. But ad-libbing and stuff, it was just we haven't seen that from Dak in a while in a game, to put forth that whole sequence throughout the game of just ad-libbing, just ad-libbing, however you say it. But rolling out of the pocket, buying time, then finding the receiver. He doesn't really do that much, man. And this, he can, but he doesn't have that knack, though. You know what I mean? He needs to find that knack. He needs to keep it, because somehow, some way. I'm telling you, this offense ain't so much built for Dak. I don't know. It's just something is not right there, bro. It needs to change up a little bit. Mike McCarthy is like stuck in his old ways. He needs to, like I said, checks and audibles. I mean, a lot of that falls under Dak, but also motions. We need to have more motions in our, and that helps us get into the right play too. So that has to do with pre-snap and checks and audibles. Like off of the motion, you can switch up the play because you can tell what defense they're in and stuff like that. It's a lot of benefits to moving and motioning your receivers pre-snap or running backs, whatever you want, whoever you want to move around, tight ends, whatever. It's a lot. Just one guy in motion can give away a defense, what they're running. You know what I'm saying? And according also to the tape that you've studied on them all week. So like that would be, you know what I mean? That would take a lot of pressure off of Dak. So that would build the offense better towards what Dak, he lacks in the pre-snap. So a lot of that is because a lack of motion. We need to pick up on that a little better. You know what I'm saying? And that would also help, with the whole pre-snap and get checks, and audibles. It would help you even get more time of possession. I mean, we were fourth in the league before this week started. Fourth in the league in time of possession. So that would help us even more in time of possession, because when you're checking and audibling, you're buying time, right? You're wasting more time. You're probably snapping the ball right at the snap, right at the 2-second mark or something like that with 2 seconds left in the play clock. So yeah, there's a lot to be said, man, about that. And I would love it if we just incorporate that more into our offense. That would fall under Dak as far as the checks and audibles. As far as like, that was one that I didn't even write down, but I just remembered right now. What I meant to say also was checks and audibles, okay, but hard count. Hard count, bro. Hard count, a lot of times when the defense is disguising their blitz or something, with the hard count, they kind of flinch forward, sometimes they even bluff that, but even then, you can switch the protection and not just get hit blindsided. And, Dak does that a lot. It happens a lot to Dak. Romo, it would happen less. And if you remember, when it would happen to Romo, a lot of times Romo would know that a guy was coming free. So when he would snap the ball, the guy was coming, pause. The guy was coming through his back, right? And he would just, he already knew the guy was, so when he would snap the ball, he already knew that guy was going to rush. So he would just pirouette, spin and dodge the defender and then get rid of the ball. You know what I mean? He would make that one guy miss that was coming free in the blitz. An ability that Dak does not have whatsoever. He cannot make a guy miss for nothing. Unless it's through strength, of course. We saw him do that today and a couple other times too. But Romo would just juke him. That's what I'm saying. He was a good athlete as far as that goes. But hard count is a lot. That's how you pick up on the blitzers, man. So they give them their spots away. Like they're disguising it until you're gonna snap the ball. So when you say hut and they think you're gonna snap the ball, they give them their position away. You know what I mean? Their disguise away. So that would help too. Hard count. That would improve us, man. And it's little things. And it's all pre-snap. You know what I mean? That would help or even help Dak just become more efficient, man. That's what we're looking for from Dak. Just efficiency. Just like today. You want to talk about efficiency, 21 of 30, for 272 yards and a touchdown, no picks, no turnovers. So, yeah, imagine if we just incorporated those things into the offense for Dak. That would fall under more of his you know, uh, more towards customizing things for him. You know what I mean? So make it more comfortable. In other words, so um, I put down more movement, motion. Take advantage of matchups. That's another thing. Remember, man. If y'all are lifelong Cowboys fans, just like I am, the way Romo, how many times we could do a compilation, we could do a 10, 20-minute compilation of Romo throwing fades at the goal line, bro. That's what made him, that's what separates Romo, that I consider a great quarterback, and Dak, which I consider a kind of middle pack, kind of like 11th through 15th in ranking throughout the quarterbacks in the league. That's what I consider Dak. Okay, and that's what he is. That's what he's shown us, bro. Like if you're saying he's top 5 or something, you're out of your mind. He's not top 5. If you say top 10, all right, maybe you might. Okay, but nah. Okay, he's more like 11 through 15. Tony Romo was top 5 in categories. I would say top 6 for sure. Top 6. Okay, in his time. But I would say top 5. That's me. Okay. But take advantage of matchups. Romo would always take advantage of matchups. If it wasn't Beasley, if it wasn't Witten, if it Des Bryant, every now and then Terrence Williams, like he just found and a lot of that has to do with accuracy. There's a big difference in accuracy between Tony Romo and Dak. So Dak doesn't have that dotting ability as much as Romo had. There's games where Romo just put up passing clinics. You know what I mean? Dak is more like the receiver has to be open, and Romo was more like he'll throw like Purdy. He would throw the receivers open a lot of times, and a lot of times he would just dime them. Even though they were covered, he would just dime them. He would lob the ball in there just like Russell Wilson-esque. You know what I mean? Russell Wilson has a pretty arc on the ball when he throws it, and it just falls right into the receiver like if it's kind of like Dak's throw today to Cooks. You know what I mean? I would love to see more of that from Dak. But, we saw him miss Pollard on the corner of the goal line, on that fade or wheel route by Pollard, man, which he took the place of Turpin. That was the same play as they ran to Turpin. Did the exact same move, the exact same throw, the exact same kind of like stretching back to catch it over his head. And the only difference is Dak didn't put it on the money this time, man. But that those abilities, man, you can't coach that. That's got to be practiced or just pure ability. You know what I mean? So take advantage of matchups. That's a thing that Romo did that Dak is yet to know how to really do it. You know what I mean? 7 catches for Lamb. It should have been 12 catches for Lamb. But Dak missed them and didn't see him and didn't go towards him at all. Like, didn't even look his way or at all. Like, it's not that he didn't see him. He didn't even try to get it to him. There was a couple times when Aikman was like, why complicate things? Just go to Lamb. Just go to Lamb. Like, why are you complicating things? He had single coverage, man. You got to take advantage of that. And then, Aikman mentioned that he, he's not, what did he say? He's not checking out. I wrote it down somewhere. He's not checking out just yet. I'm not tapping out yet. That's what he said to Joe Buck. I thought that was funny. That was a funny moment. But at that point, it was the beginning of the game after we just saw what we did, last week against the 49ers. And it just wasn't, it didn't look pretty altogether, pun intended. But, yeah. At the very beginning of the game, it just made you say, question, are we really that good or are we really bad? You know what I mean? Especially playing against, a then 2-2 Chargers team, which is now 2-3. But yeah, uh, more fades at goal line. You know, that's what I just said. But I mean, I wrote that down too, a la Tony Romo. Um, take advantage of one-on-ones, matchups. But in this case, I'm just saying, not only just matchups, one-on-ones. You know what I mean? Like if I mean, you're telling me Lamb can't beat every one-on-one. You're telling me Gallup can't beat every one-on-one. You know, that's the thing that Dak, his accuracy lacks. So it wavers. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that easy for Dak to just take advantage of 1v1s, man. Like, but we got to get better at that. Go downfield at least once or twice. I know it's the Texas Coast offense and whatever, Dink and Dak, but you gotta go downfield, my guys. You gotta go downfield. How are you not gonna go downfield? You're shortening the field for yourself. You know how we're bad in the red zone? Okay, last week the 49ers exposed us. They were playing everything within 15 yards. They weren't even caring about people that ran 50 yards away. Like, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Like, they were just really, we were packed into 15 yards, 15. I never saw Dak's eyes go look up the field. It was more so like, look downfield, man. Look downfield. There's people there. You know what I mean? You might find someone. You know what I mean? But go downfield, man. Take more shots. I'm ranting, right? I'm ranting, but after a win, but I'm saying these are things that can improve us, okay? So yeah, even one of, I don't know, some reporter, some former GM or something like that, wrote an article somewhere on, about Dak, about how he's just seeming to look just 10 yards away, not more than that. So that's a thing that I noticed, and then he said it. That's why I like to do this, because like I always think or say things, or think to myself things that I should have said out loud, and from now on I'm just gonna say it. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. But I agree with that. And yeah, the Texas Coast offense. There was someone that commented, "Well, you must not know what a West Coast offense is ran like, because it is 10 yards or less." But you know what I mean. You got to incorporate a couple of long shots to just keep the defense honest. At the very least, that okay. Just the threat of it is gonna make you think twice. Okay. And then that's how you get double moves downfield. You know what I mean? They're expecting something short. They're gonna start biting on the short stuff, do a double move and get downfield. You know what I mean? So more shots. Get Cooks more involved. Get Cooks more involved. We got to use him. Okay, it's the West Coast, Texas Coast offense. Then you have a perfect little gadget guy in Cooks. Today we saw it, but where has that been? You know what I mean? We need that. We need more of that. We need Cooks to touch the ball more. We need Cooks, Turpin a little bit in there, and Pollard. They're all dynamic players, all gadget guys that you could use as gadget guys at least. Turpin, we've used him as running back, gadget guy. Pollard, we've used him as a receiver, gadget guy. Cooks, we rushed him a couple times in reverse plays, gadget guy, bro. We have 3 spectacular gadget guys. One made the Pro Bowl last year. Or did Pollard make the Pro Bowl last year? I think he did. So 2 made the Pro Bowl last year. So you got your and then you added Cooks to that. Okay. Did Cooks make the Pro Bowl last year? I don't know, but he's been in the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? And we all know that. So, yeah. Get Cooks more involved. I mean, it's a short field. Why not use the quickest guy on the field? He's the quickest guy on the field. Just use him. So is Turpin, but Cooks has more experience. He has the natural knack already down. He's been in the league for years, so you don't need to worry about him doing something crazy. He's gonna come to play, bro. Look at what he did today. The catches that he made, they were simple. Didn't gain a lot of yards, but the catches that he made were so key, especially the touchdown, especially the first down on Asante Samuel Jr. You know what I'm saying? Their best corner, you know, rookie, but yeah, crazy, man. What you can do when you just let go of the ball. Just don't think twice. Just let go of the ball. That, what do you call it? Do the timing. Do the timing. Don't worry. Trust your receiver. In other words, that's what I'm trying to say. Trust your receiver and just put it where he only he can get it, between him and his body. Shielding the corner out because we run a lot of hitches and stuff like that. So take advantage, man, of that quickness that Cooks has and the hands. You saw his hands are great, bro. So we need to take advantage of that. Use weapons. Yeah, I just said that. So what did I put? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's a big one. And the last one I want to say, a couple, yeah, okay. Put teammates in best position to succeed. So all the things that we saw today, and I would like to see Lamb back there as a running back at least once or twice. Okay, like we used him when you know we beat Kellen Moore. You know what I mean? We beat Kellen Moore. Awesome, great. Get him out of the way. Shoo, go away. But when Moore was here, we would use a CD as a running back a couple times a game, every now and then, whatever. But that was effective. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see that. But anyways, put your teammates in best position to win. Lamb, get him some more quick throws. You got to throw it to him, bro. Like, you don't think he's open, but he's always open. You know what I mean? Like, just let it go, Dak. Just let it go. Just let it go. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Right before I get into the key plays, we're about to get into the key plays. I just want to say one last thing. Okay? I do not, under no circumstance, want to see my head coach getting interviewed during the game. They do that in football, and they do it in basketball. Okay? But we're talking about the Cowboys right now. I don't want to see my coach getting interviewed in the game, bro. Let him play the game. Let him have his head in the game. Okay? He's got to worry about the next play. He's got to worry about coaching the guys, revving them up in the sideline, whatever he's doing. I don't know if Mike McCarthy does that, but, he gets in people's faces sometimes. But I'm not a big fan of Mike McCarthy. But he's our coach nonetheless. I don't want to hear from him during the game, bro. I don't even want to hear from him in the halftime. Pre-halftime, whatever, like, when the game is going into halftime and they go up to him, and I don't want to hear him during the game, bro. I just don't. Like, I don't know. I don't know if y'all like that. Leave it in the comments. Do y'all like your coach getting interviewed during the game for your team? I mean, if you're not a Cowboys fan and watching this, I don't know what you're into, but I don't. Okay, I don't like that one bit, bro. Especially not for my team. I mean, go interview. I don't know, but nah, man. I don't like that. It's unnecessary. It's pointless. It's not teaching us anything. It's not telling us anything we don't already know. Yeah, I like the way the game's going. We just got to keep this up. Oh, we had too many penalties. We can't win games like that. Yeah, we just got to keep our heads in the game. Like, bro, it's such cookie cutter stuff, bro. I don't need to hear that, bro. That's unnecessary. Write in the comments if you agree. I don't know. I'm tired of that. I'm just saying. I don't know why they even. I know they're trying to do it for the fans, blah, 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 blah. But that does not help us whatsoever, bro. We do not want to hear from the coach during the game. I don't know where they got that idea from, but I don't even want to hear from Mike McCarthy If it was Bill Parcells, that would be a whole different story. You got me there. Bill Parcells was such an entertainer when he was interviewed. I would watch like all the Bill Parcells interviews, honestly. When he was our coach, all the post game, all the post practice, I would always watch Bill Parcells, bro. Like he was dope. But he was such an artist with his interviews, bro. He would just paint a picture. He would like just say nice stuff, just like poetry, the way he would talk. But Mike McCarthy is just, oh, I like the way the things are going. We're like tied. It's 7-7, bro. This guy's saying we like. I like the way things are going right now. We just need like what, bro? It's 7-7. How do you? No. Nah. Okay. But anyways, all right. Let's get into the game, man. Let's get into the key plays. Okay. Let's go into Pollard. Right away at the beginning of the game, bro. It looked like he got rocked. It looked like I don't know if y'all saw that or noticed it or whatever, but when he got hit at the very beginning of the game, 14 minutes left. I mean, it's barely started, and the game barely started. He got rocked on the side of the head, kind of like head-to-head shot, and it looked like he kind of lost consciousness real quick. You know when you lose your arms, when like a wacky, inflatable man or some shit. Like, damn it, I cussed. Yeah, that's what it looked like when he got hit and his arms just like flapped down with the ball still. But I don't know, that was kind of crazy. I wrote that down because I thought it would be an issue or something. Yeah, but apparently that collar thing, I learned this like last year. That collar thing that Pollard wears is supposed to protect you from you have like a 70% less chance of getting a concussion or some crazy thing like that, and it also, I guess, helps prevent CTE somehow and something like that. But it's more so about concussions, and maybe that thing worked. I don't know, but yeah, crazy. I mean, I just thought I'd write that down. I thought it would be a bigger deal, honestly. I thought he would probably see birdies or something and go to the sideline for a minute. I don't know, man. But 14 minutes in, right after that, Dak gets sacked. Dak gets sacked. Then we give them the ball, and I'm gonna go through this kind of quick because I took a little long on the before the key plays. So I'm gonna try to rush at the very beginning right here. So then Dak gets sacked, 14 minutes. Then we allow a big punt return. It was like 26 yards, and that allowed them to get their touchdown. But yeah, with 13 minutes, we allowed the big punt return. We allowed a TD with 12 minutes in. 12 minutes in the first quarter. I always do that. We allowed a touchdown that got called back, man. That was, and the reason it got called back was for illegal man downfield, which has nothing to do, once again, one of those plays that has nothing to do with the play, kind of, in a way. But, yeah, it wouldn't have affected if he was, in position or if he was downfield. That blocker. I feel like I have a hair here. There we go. That wouldn't have made a difference on the play. So that's troubling. We gave up a touchdown on a play, on a penalty, but it didn't have nothing to do with the play. So we still gave up a touchdown. That was bad in and of itself. And then 2 minutes later, with 10 minutes in the first quarter, we allow an easy touchdown. Easy touchdown with the motion to Keenan Allen. With the motion. Keep that in mind. With the motion. What did I say we need to do more of? Motion plays a big part. And when we send guys in motion, I don't know if y'all noticed. I don't know if you noticed this, But when we send guys in motion, we don't even go to the motion guy. Their man is out of position. That's why you send the guy in motion, to get him in better position than the defender that's going to come and tackle them. But we don't ever give it to the person that's in motion. That's kind of weird, but the team we're playing against always seems to do that and always seems to get a positive play from it. So, and especially near the goal line. So, yeah, that beats me. You know what I mean? But yeah, 7-0 with 10 minutes in the first quarter. 7 minutes in the first quarter still. Dak misses Gallup. Dak misses Gallup. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's not a consistent daughter, bro. He's not a consistent daughter. Daughter? That sounds like I'm calling him. But no. Okay? He's not a consistent one, man. He just... yeah. Wide open Gallup gets no love there. 7 minutes in the first quarter. And then, going for it on fourth down. Honestly, that was a huge play in the game. This was such a close game. That is why I am not a fan of going for it on fourth down. Mr. Mike McCarthy always seems to want to go for it on fourth down, bro. I do not agree with that, not one bit. Take the 3 points. We converted into a touchdown, 4th and 1, read option play. Dak almost fumbled the ball. Okay? Dak almost fumbled the ball. I don't like that, bro. I just don't like it. Okay? I just don't like it. So, didn't like it, but huge play because he kept the ball somehow, some way he juggled it and held on to it and ran it in. So it worked out in our favor. Good thing. Good read by Dak, apparently. Not a great call by Mike McCarthy. That was all Dak. It would have gotten stuffed. But yeah, big play nonetheless. Ties the game. Was 6 minutes in the first quarter. I don't like going for it on fourth down, man. I want the points, the easier points. You know what I mean? The easier conversion, which would be the 3 points. Aubrey has been automatic. He has not missed since his first kick. So he's on some streak along with like Greg the Leg. I think he was like a couple away from passing him for like this historic streak or something like that. I forgot. But the point is that he was on a streak. Just, if a shooter's on a hot streak, you're going to set him up until he misses, right? But not us. Not us. We're just going to ignore that guy and just go for the shot that a guy doesn't usually take and usually misses when he takes it. So, man, I don't know. But, hey, we converted it. I just don't like it. Because, I wrote down because you're deciding the whole game in the first quarter when you still have the whole game left. You're deciding the whole game in the first quarter when you still have the whole game left. Think about that. So I don't like going for it on fourth down in that situation. If my money was on the line, I would not go for it on fourth down. But apparently Mike McCarthy has no money in the game. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But that was 6 minutes. That was with 6 minutes in the first quarter. Now with 5 minutes, we get called for 12 men on the field. And I didn't write it down, but I will right now. That is a, what? You guessed it, losing play. Yeah, I like to write that down. Because it's a losing play, bro. But, we didn't lose this game. That's just not setting you up for success. 12 men on the field, bro, is such an elementary call. Troy Aikman said he hasn't used the 12 guy counter ever in his career, in his broadcasting career. That's what he said. I don't know if to believe him, but he said that. That and he used it on us, bro. Like what, Come on, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. No excuse for that. You got to know your package. You got to know if you're supposed to be on the field or not. How it's a game, bro. It's not practice. Like do that in practice. Leave it in practice. We don't want that in the game, but yeah. That was on 3rd and long. That's why it was a big deal, because it was on 3rd and long and made it 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. So then Armstrong gets around the ankles of that was with 5 minutes in the first quarter. If I didn't say that, I think I did. But on the next play, Armstrong gets a great stop on 3rd and 2. So that could have been an easy conversion for them, but Herbert got caught around the ankles and by Armstrong, and Everett was open, but Herbert threw it to his ankles as well, and he wasn't able to catch it because of Armstrong. So that was a great play with also 5 minutes in the first quarter. Moving on to the second quarter now. Nice pressure off the edge by Wilson. Oh, yeah, that was on the blitz, the safety blitz from Herbert's left side. That was a great call, pressure play. Things that we didn't run against Purdy somehow, some way, or they got they caught us in the act of, you know what I mean? So we weren't able to get to them. But then again, Curse did get a sack last week against Purdy. So we did do it once effectively. But yeah, that was a big play right there. Well, it was pressure. It wasn't a sack. But either way, great call is what I'm trying to say. Off the edge by Wilson. So that was the 15 minutes right away. It was like the first game of the second quarter. And then 14 minutes in the second quarter. Nice catch by Herbert. I'll give him credit for that. On the D-Law bat down, and Herbert just like caught it and ran. I was just like, wow, that was a great reaction. I'm just saying. And by the way, my eyes are low because I'm super sleep deprived. Okay, I have not slept. I was gonna take a nap earlier, but I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know what's wrong with me. But 13 minutes in the second quarter. Great sack by Bell gets called. Oh yeah. Okay, I was about to say we only had like one sack in the game. Great sack by Bell, but gets called back for hands to the face by Sam Williams. Very dumb, very dumb, very dumb, very very dumb, stupid. I won't put losing play on that because it wasn't that big of a deal, but not a great play right there. And I don't know if y'all are wondering how much negativity I have for this video. I have a couple moments. But you know what I mean? I just like to talk about that's why it's called key plays, bro. That's why it's called, that's why I call it key plays. 5 minutes. Okay, that was with 13 minutes in the second quarter. So apparently, we didn't do, it was just what do you call it? It was a field possession game. It was a field possession game. And so a lot happened that I didn't really write down because it wasn't key plays. It was just, the flow of the game is, So 5 minutes in the second quarter, Gallup gets slingshotted, pass interfered with, and they don't call it. And that was crazy because that was such an easy call. A call that they would call on us. But since it was for us, they didn't. So yeah, that was a missed call and a great throw by Dak. I just want to say that was a great throw by Dak. That should have been a touchdown, obviously, but Gallup was severely interfered with. Severely. That was that was bad. That was bad, bro. But he pulled on the jersey. We saw that, and he kind of like slinged him to the side and slinged himself forward, whatever you want to say. But yeah, that was 5 minutes in the second quarter. 2 minutes. 30-yard field goal gets turned down. It was about a 30-yarder. It would have been about a 30-yarder. It was like from the 20-ish yard line, or 15 or something like that. But we went for it on fourth down instead of doing that the Jalen Hurts sneak, the Tom Brady sneak that they perfected over the years, or Jalen Hurts has perfected over his couple years, and Tom Brady perfected over his years, 20 years in the league. I don't think he ever failed a fourth down sneak, bro. Like, but apparently Dak Prescott doesn't have that knack. But he hasn't shown an ability to have that knack. So why do it? They said that Dak was 15 for 20 on 4th and 1s for his career. I think I heard that. They didn't put a graphic up or anything, but I think I heard that. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. I don't recall that. I don't recall him being that great. But the point is that we got stopped. We turned down points. Once again, we turned down points. Automatic as far as Aubrey goes because he's been hitting everything. That's not good. That's not good. I'll do it for this one. Yeah. That's a losing play. Right there. Yep. That's with 2 minutes in the second quarter, which, we're going into halftime. We're trying to take a lead into halftime, but apparently not. Oh, yeah. We got the ball back. Yeah, that's right. We got the ball back with nice pressure by Fowler. That was super nice. And that was the play where he hit Herbert's arm. So that was the play that I was talking about when we were hitting his arm, Yeah. That was the play where he hit his arm. Big play with a minute left. We could have lost out on those 3 points that we ended up taking. So good thing we got that play by who did I say? Fowler. Good thing we got that play by Fowler. Super huge play, super huge moment. That's a winning play. Okay? And we got 3 by Aubrey. Aubrey with the 3. Aubrey for the 3. And so we go into halftime 10-7. Have I even been saying the scores? I don't think I've been saying the scores. Oh yeah, I did, but I just didn't say the score of the game. I did say we scored a touchdown. I just didn't say it was 7-7. So now it's 10-7 going into halftime. And I wrote down McCarthy loves to go for it on 4th down, but doesn't take shot to end zone with 8 seconds and 2 timeouts. That's true. I forgot that. Good thing I wrote it down. That doesn't make no sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me how you're going to go for it on 4th 1, 4th and 2, 4th and 3 in the beginning of the game, but you don't take a shot to the end zone. At the very least, a nice little, go fade route to the corner of the red zone where no one, end zone, where no one can pick it, and it's just out of bounds if the receiver doesn't catch it. A little toe drag type of play. That does not take 8 seconds. That takes 6 seconds max. Okay, and you'll still have like 2 seconds left, 1 second left, whatever. But the point is you could get that off. And you have a timeout, by the way, in the back pocket. You know what I mean? Just tell Dak, don't extend the play. Get rid of it. Just throw it. If there's nothing there, just throw it. Throw it away. But it just doesn't make Mike McCarthy just doesn't make sense. Even the game clock operator in the game stopped the clock because he assumed that he was gonna do the norm, that Mike McCarthy was gonna do the normal thing and call the timeout with 8 seconds left. And there was the whole little misconception thing, before halftime when we were like, "What the hell? There's the 8 whole seconds on the clock. How is there 3 now?" Because Mike McCarthy didn't call the timeout that the game clock operator thought that he was gonna call. Because it's just common sense at that point. It's just automatic. You're gonna stop the clock to take one more shot, right? But no, it's Mike McCarthy. It's Mike McCarthy. It's Mike McCarthy. It's Mike. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. This guy just has nothing but game game clock mishaps. That's what I was trying to say. Has a lot of game clock mishaps, bro. He just does ever since he got here and last year and so uh that's crazy to me, man. That's crazy to me. And that's what I would do in Madden, by the way. You know what I mean? That's what I would do in Madden. I'll take 8 seconds left. I'm gonna take a shot to the end zone, man. If it's not there, throw it away. Get rid of it. If you throw it towards the back of the end zone, it's not a penalty. Just, Okay. Anyways. 10-7. Start of the third quarter. 10 minutes in the third quarter. I wrote down, why is Wilson on Allen? Like, Allen may be slow. Not, I wouldn't say maybe. I would call him slow, right? Little 88 speed. What do you want to give him? Like 87 speed? I don't know. 89 speed? I don't know, but it's not 90, you know? But why is Wilson safety on him one-on-one on man to man? You got, it's a size misadvantage, but you got Lewis, okay? You got Blair. Okay, Blair is a whole 5'11", I think. Something like that. Bland, my bad. Bland. You got Gilly. I know Gilly is doing his thing on the other receiver, right? But I don't know, man. Like that's not a good matchup, and I just wrote that down. And I forgot if Allen caught a pass on him or something, but I think he did, and then that's when I wrote down. But yeah, I just wrote that down. Why was he on him? Big stop by Bland on 4th down inside of the red zone. That was a big play. Almost picked it. And the reason why Herbert had to get rid of the ball was because of the pressure by D-Law. Just a great defensive play, okay? By the way, this is not a great team that we beat. They're 2-3 now. They were 2-2. Not a great team that we beat, but it was a great effort. And we know we're still NFL teams here. You know what I mean? So it's not like we're playing a little league team. Just because they're not a good team doesn't mean they can't put a good game together. You know what I mean? So, and they got talent all around. You know what I mean? So, I would like to see a better effort as far as mishaps and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But because it was kind of sloppy, but at the same time, we still won, and they're still an NFL team that we're playing, man. So, big stop in the red zone, man, by Bland and D-Law. You know what I mean? So, great there. And so here we go. So that was with 7 minutes in the third quarter. We go off now to 6 minutes in the third quarter. Dak doesn't do anything with ball. So he gives it right back to him after that great stop, momentum, all on our side. And Dak doesn't capitalize on it, man. But, it happens. I'm not going to knock him for that. I just wrote it down because it's a key play. It's key plays, and I thought it would play a bigger role, honestly. I thought it would be like, man, if he had done that, he had his moment. But because it's the third quarter, it's we could take the kind of commanding lead because we would be up 10 or you know what I mean? Up by more than just 3 if we do anything on that after the big stop. But then we go on to 5 minutes in the third quarter. Had 12 men again, but called a timeout. So happened to us again. I don't know how that keeps happening to us twice in one game, let alone twice in a season. Like, what the hell is... I don't know. But third quarter, 1 minute left. I am very tired. Not going to lie. I'm very tired. I'm sleep deprived. But hopefully y'all are liking this. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry if I have, like, I don't know, low energy. I don't know how y'all perceive me. But if you have with me, like, comment, subscribe. It helps out. It helps me out tremendously, guys. So just please do it. Especially if you're, if you're true blue. If you're true blue. If you bleed blue. Like, comment, subscribe, okay? And I also have little giveaways, okay? Little giveaways. So, stay tuned. But yeah, here we go. 1 minute in the third quarter. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Great goal line stop. Great coverage on third down by Wilson and Lewis and held them to a field goal. Yes, that was in the back of the end zone. Herbert had really nowhere to go and just had to get rid of the ball. And he got rid of it high so that only his guy could get it. And didn't work out. No one got it. So that was great coverage by them. And great job not to interfere, not to hold, not to be, doing a dumb play on third and goal and, giving up a first down, like making it first down because of a penalty. Yeah, good job. So we hold them to a field goal. It is 10-10 with 1 minute in the third quarter. So now, going into the fourth quarter, and I wrote down a bunch of stuff here. So I'm going to try to rush through it. Okay? Try to rush through it. I don't know. I'm going to try. 14 minutes in the fourth quarter. Huge throw to Pollard on broken play. Gets... Oh, yeah. Okay, I was trying to refresh my memory. Huge throw to Pollard on broken play. The 60-yarder gets caught by Samuel Jr. If Pollard had a little more gas in the tank after running 60 yards, bro, he got caught by Samuel. And that was just a great play. Romo-esque. I'm going to bring up Romo at least 10 times a podcast. I don't care what y'all think, okay? If y'all have a problem with it, leave it in the comments, please. Okay, but broken play, that was just awesome by Dak, bro. I wish Dak would do this all the time. We would have so many more big plays, bro. Think about it. Think about if he did this, a couple times a game. Every game. That's just asking for a big play when everything is just... When the defense has been covering for too long, you can only ask the defense to cover for like 4 seconds, 5 seconds max. But if they're covering for 10 seconds, when, the quarterback is, or 8 seconds, like, give or take. But when the quarterback is scrambling and trying to get and rolling out and trying to get the ball downfield, man, you can find a 5-yard little completion, such as what happened there, and it could turn into a big play. Barry Sanders has highlights like that, man. When they would just throw him a little 1 yard on a broken play, and whether it was, I don't know, Mitchell or whatever his quarterback was back then, and he would just like turn it into something big. That's Romo-esque, and Romo-esque by Dak, and Pollard, Barry Sanders-esque. Okay. That was nice. He got caught, though. But big play, nonetheless. And 14 minutes in the fourth quarter. So now we go on to 13 minutes. 13 minutes in the fourth quarter. Nice run by Pollard. And, 13 minutes. Okay. Nice run by Pollard. And CD gets stupid holding call. Stupid. There's no excuse for that. And he tried to play it off. He tried to, like, hold his hand towards his body and just, like, kind of, like, then let it go. Like, nah, man, just don't do that, CD. We don't need that. We don't need that dumb play, bro. That's a losing play. I'm not gonna write that one down because it wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe it could have turned into a big deal if we didn't score, but um, in the moment, I just didn't feel like it was too big of a deal. I feel like we still had it. We still got this. But yeah, nice run by Pollard and gets called back. That's just whack. That's just whack. But on the next play, okay, or a couple plays later actually, 11 minutes left because this happened with 13 minutes left. 11 minutes left. The Archer strikes. The Archer arches. The Archer hits the target. I couldn't come up with anything slick. But the Archer strikes, bro. Beautiful dot by Dak. Beautiful dot by Dak, bro. That was nice. That was nice. I like that throw. We need more of those. Dak, we need more of those. Okay? So hopefully, that's a little wake up that you can hit tight coverage throws. And that was, I'm talking about a raindrop, bro. Dot. A raindrop dot by Dak. Yeah, that's exactly what that was, man. That was super nice. 11 minutes in the fourth quarter. It is now 17-10. And Pollard had another nice blitz pickup. I mean, last week he had a couple too. They're being kind of overlooked a little bit because, I mean, like, it was Zeke with the blitz pickups, and Pollard is hanging in there, and Pollard's not that big of a guy, okay? Probably like 200 pounds soaking wet. He's like 6 feet tall. I mean, he's not that big of a guy. By NFL standards, he's bigger than me a little bit. Well, nah, he's got some. But, you know, by NFL standards, that's not a big guy, bro. And, you know, to be taking on linebackers coming at you like, 20 miles an hour or 15 miles an hour or whatever it is, that's, it takes some cojones, bro. It does. And he's hanging in there. So then our defense just wakes up in the fourth quarter. Our defense just takes it up a notch. That's what we need. Okay? My mouth is getting dry. My mouth is getting dry. We're an hour in here. I love this part. I love this. Say it with me. I like the way you work it. Oh, diggity. Oh, diggity strikes with the TFL. Blows up the play. Makes it 3rd and long. That's what we need, man. More 3rd and longs, man. That's what we're built for. We have a pass rushing attack. Rushing attack would have sounded weird, right? A pass rushing attack, okay? That's predicated around getting their offense into 3rd and long situations, man. With that pass rush, get them in that situation, and then capitalize on 3rd and longs, stopping them with that pass rush, with that same pass rush that got them in the 3rd and long in the first place. So, great play by O Diggy T, okay? In case you're not familiar, O Diggy Zua, okay? What I'm saying? But yeah, that was got penalty on play. Oh, diggity. Oh, he made it 2nd and long. My bad. And then they got penalty on the next play. They were holding D-Law, so then it became 2nd and 24. My bad. It wasn't they didn't turn it into a 3rd and long. My bad. My lips get dry. My throat gets dry. Everything gets dry, bro. What's going on here? Yeah, you can tell I'm sleep deprived. My whole body's giving up on me, Oh, diggity. Let's cross that out. And then we go into a couple minutes later. Oh, diggity gets held on 3rd and 1. So then that's another problem because they had I believe picked up the first down with a rush or something like that. And the reason why they got it is because O'Diggity was held because he would have blown up the play again, bro. He was coming in and working it. Oh diggity. He was about to, come ruin that crap. Damn it, I cussed. Oh, I hate cussing. I have a sailor's mouth, man. So still 9 minutes in the fourth quarter. Bland should have. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Bland, man. The guy that I've been saying is a star in the making, or is already a star. Bland would have had himself another pick, bruh. That would have been 4 for the season, or how many does he have now? 5, I think. I don't know, but that would have been another pick. But he dropped it, bro. And matter of fact, that's the second pick he dropped because the one in the red zone was also a drop. I mean, it was in his hands. He would have picked it. The one in the end zone, my bad. Did that already happen? Did the pick that he dropped? I forgot. It's my sleep, man. It's messing with me. I forgot, but yeah, if he would have picked the one in the end zone when we stopped him in the end zone, yeah, I think I already said that, right? If he would have picked that, we would have gotten the ball further out. Therefore, Dak wouldn't have. Yeah, I did talk about it. Therefore, Dak wouldn't have turned over on downs real quick, or not turned over on downs, but you know what I mean. Gotten stopped 3 and out. If he had more space to work with, but he was like in his own territory, so backed up in his own territory. So because of the fact that Bland, they turned over on downs. So we got the ball at like the 10 or the 5 or something like that. We were kind of like in our own red zone, end zone. I keep on messing up. I'm telling you, it's asleep. It's asleep. Okay. But yeah, we're in kind of our own end zone because of the fact that we just turned over on downs or they just turned over on downs, and Bland didn't pick it. If Bland would have picked it in the end zone, we would have gotten the touchback. So it would have been like at the 20, 25. So yeah, those are little differences, like if he picks that, and he would have had 2. He would have had 2 this game. I believe 3 because I think another one, but yeah. So yeah, that was with 9 minutes in the fourth quarter. Now we force him, for the punt, and this is where we dodged the bullet, bruh. Dodged a bullet because crazy punt play. I don't know what happened. Tolbert lost the ball, and he thought that Turpin must have hit the ball or touched the ball, and it must have touched Turpin, or the ball hit Turpin, or he just it just didn't touch anybody, and it just bounced on the floor. But he thought wrong, and stuff happens. Okay, stuff happens, and I'm not blaming him on that. You want to be safe. You never know, type stuff. But man, that was tough. But that's a losing play. I wrote it down as a losing play. I'm not gonna go ahead and execute Tolbert for that. I don't know what I was trying to say, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's just not a good play, obviously, right? So 8 minutes also. Gilly gets the PI, so it takes them kind of. I mean, they're already kind of in the red zone, basically. But that moves them in the goal line situation, basically. So that was a bad, PI by Gilly. He's up there in age, and he doesn't have the skills that he once was. So maybe he's a little more touchy-feely now. But he needs to just trust his knacks a little more. I don't know if he was that messy in New England. I highly doubt it, though, because he had a lot of success. But yeah, you could tell, maybe he's losing a little speed, a little quickness. So maybe he tries to touch more now. But not great. PI by Gilly. But as we all know, he he's good. Okay, he's good. He's good in our book. Okay, so 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. Big pressure by Micah. Big pressure by Micah, the Lion. You know what I'm saying? 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, and then we go out to 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Bell with big goal line stop, bro. Bell is another guy that I mentioned a couple videos ago, because last week nobody showed up. That he shows a little knack for getting there, bro. Doesn't matter where there is, he's gonna get there. Okay, if it's to the quarterback, if it's to the running back in the backfield, TFL, if it's for a short yard gain, if it's for a flashy, where did he come from? He made the tackle out of nowhere type play. Like, he is everywhere, bro. We have to put our defensive players as well. Just like I said, put your offensive weapons in a position to succeed. In position to succeed, you got to do the same with the defense, bro. That's why, what's the name of that? The coach we had a couple seasons ago on defense. That's what he would do good. That's why we led the league in turnovers and stuff like that. Because he would put his defense in position to succeed. He would just, do like basic defenses, but it was to better suit the abilities of the players, to not be out of position and stuff like that. So, anyways, the point is, we're putting Bell in positions for him to succeed, bro. You can tell with Bell. Okay, great game by him, man. He just showed up big, and that's what we need from him every game to help out with the rest of the squad, of the stars in the squad. You know what I'm saying? So big goal line stop by him, bro. That was big, huge. You know what I mean? But I forgot they ended up tying the game on the next play. I think it was fourth down, right? I believe they went for it on fourth down. But I knew that they were gonna run the play action to the flat, bro. Kellen Moore knew that he was gonna run that play. He knew he was just putting his offense out there to try to see what they were running, what the defense, what the Cowboys were running, what we were running. They were never gonna snap that ball. I don't believe so. And he knew what he was gonna run, what he was gonna go into. For all the marbles. Run a play action to the flat. That gets us every time on the goal line. I don't know what it is, bro. I mean, obviously it's a play action, but you don't have to bite on it every single time at the goal line, bro. You don't have to bite on it every single time. Like, that works every time on us, bro. Going back in history, in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the 2010s, in the 2020s now. I don't know, bro, what it is about that play. It's such a basic play. There's nothing special about it. It's just keeping it simple. It's not a reverse at the goal line. It's not a flip, one of those when the quarterback acts like he's going this way and kind of flips it that way, kind of like Tua did, but on another level. Tua did that with a no look, bro. Tua did that with a Jason Kidd, bro. But anyways, they just kept it simple and said, they're gonna fall for this 100%. We got this. I'll bet my house on it, and my car, and my wife. I don't even have a wife, but that's what Kellen Moore said, and he got it. And I wrote down kept it easy AF. Kept it easy AF. And you know what that means? That's what I wrote down. So We fall for that every time. And then meanwhile, I wrote that down too. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, you know, touchdown, 17-17. Keep in mind, the game is tied. There's a fan, a Asian, Filipino looking girl, losing her mind like they just won the Super Bowl, bro, crying. I don't know what's the story there. I would like to know that story, bro, because this girl looked like they had just won the game or a championship of some sort. Like that. That's how I'm gonna react when the Cowboys ever win the Super Bowl again. If it's this year, if it's next year, that's how I'm gonna react. I'm not gonna lie. If we win the Super Bowl, but bro, that's making me tear up. It's that funny, bro. That was so crazy the way she just lost her. She, like that. That was just puzzling a little bit, troubling. I don't know. It looked like she was like Herbert's wife or something. That's what I thought at first because she was wearing a 10. You know, you know, not bad looking by the way, but she just I don't know. There's something off there. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, she that was funny. That was funny. I just had to write that down. Just had to. But if we would have lost, I don't think I would have mentioned that. Just but for the record, I don't know. But just having a little fun with it since we won. Okay. 4 minutes in the game. So it's tied now 17-17, right? With 7 minutes. So now it's 4 minutes. Big completion on 3rd and 7 to CD, bro. Near field goal range. That was an awesome play by Dak to buy time, scrambling out of the pocket to the right side and finding his boy CD Lamb, aka CD Ram, because Ram is a man. Lamb is a kid. He's a, little boy. But Lamb ain't that, bro. He's grown, and he showed it today. You know what I'm saying? 7 catches for 117 yards, 16.7 a snag. That was great, bro. So good showing by CD, which, by the way, I called before this game. I told a coworker that he was going to have more than 100 yards, and he did. I knew it, bro. I felt it. I felt that we were going to incorporate him more, and so we did. That we did. So now with 3 minutes left, that was with 4 minutes left. With 3 minutes left, big completion on 3rd and 9 to Cooks. That was the play. That was the one right in front of it was like a little hitch route, something like that. Right? Well, it was like a 10 yards and stop, type play. And caught it right in front of Asante Samuel. And Asante Samuel, like Troy Aikman said, or Joe Buck, whichever one it was, I forgot. But he was driving towards the ball as soon as he saw it thrown, and like that's dangerous. But Dak just he threw a dot, bro. Dak threw a dot on that play too. So that was a nice throw by Dak. Keep in mind, Cooks is a small target, bro. He's like 5'8", 5'9", might even be 5'7". I don't. He's around there, but he put it where only he could get it, and put it in the exact right position for him to just like kind of jump, but still use his hands, and still be like kind of almost a body catch in the air. You know what I mean? Didn't have to like overextend over his head or something like that. But that was just amazing, bro. Amazing throw by Dak. Amazing play made by Cooks. Cause that was a hard catch, bro. He used his hands. That required hands. Okay? That required hands. Grown man hands. Okay? And he got that. So that was awesome. With 3 minutes left in the ball game. 4th quarter. So bad throw by Dak to Pollard for the TD. Similar to the... That's where we're at now. Similar to the Terp one last week which was our only touchdown last week. But yeah, let's not talk about that. Bad throw by Dak, bro. Well, Pollard did get kind of interfered with. Pollard did get kind of interfered with right there. Is that the one that he pulled the jersey? I think it was the one that he pulled the jersey. Yeah, he pulled him a little bit. And, it didn't get called, whatever. It is what it is. But then Aubrey, hits that 3 points. Like he has ice in his veins, bro. Aubrey, he didn't even flinch. That ball went right down the middle. It wasn't no, and he, it went in. It wasn't none of that. It was just right down the middle. Never doubted it for 1 second. So that was big by him, bro. 2 minutes in the game. Biggest kick of his career so far. Made it, sunk it. For the win, for the dub. Ended up being. But game wasn't over yet. Aubrey, game wasn't over yet. Dak, okay? Our defense had to step up. But did they? That's the question. Did they? But they did. They did. I'll give it away. Spoiler alert. They did. In case you missed the game, never know. But and by the way, if you missed the game and you're watching this to catch you up on what happened, that's pretty dope. I appreciate that. Like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, ring the bell notification. Thank you. That helps a lot. So yeah. Defense. 2 minutes in the game. Micah was offsides. That's losing play, Micah. But thankfully, it was already a first down, I think. So it just made it first down shorter. 5 yards. Anyways. Then, the lion roars. Micah just blows up the play, bro. With 1 minute left. A little over a minute left. When he got there. And big, huge play by Micah. I was so excited that I forgot to write down what down that was. I believe it was second down where he got there. Could have been first. I don't know. But it was towards the end, So, and I believe it was on the very next play that our boy from, longtime Pat, longtime Patriot, now with America's team, seals the deal. Mr. Gilly seals the deal with the INT snag. That was a great catch. Hard catch. Great catch. And you couldn't ask for more from Gilly, man. Left it all on the field. Did you see his knee? His knee was bleeding so much that his whole what do you call this, shin? His whole shin was bloody. He left it all on the field, man. We left it all on the field. Honestly, we did. I wish we would have played like this in San Francisco too, but we did it in LA. I'll take it. We're 4-2 now. Okay, Chargers go to 2-3, and it's a good day. Today is a good day, as Ice Cube said. Okay, so yeah. I would have hoped for a better showing last week, but unfortunately didn't work out that way. So let me get now into the player stats. Okay, player stats. And then I'll do the team stats. And then I'll give away the game balls. And maybe, just maybe, I'll give away something else. Never know. I might. So just stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It helps. Okay? I'm going to say that. I'm going to repeat that throughout the video, every video. Okay. I appreciate y'all watching me, honestly. And I'm showing it by my giveaways. I have little giveaways. Okay. Just, you know, if you F with me, F with me. But yeah, Dak went 21 for 30 for 272 yards, 1 touchdown. Pollard, 15 rushes, 30 yards, 2 yards a carry. But we didn't need him this game, I guess. But we needed him in other ways. How about that? We needed him in other ways, okay? And I'm gonna mention here, Dak had a couple rushing yards besides his little 272 passing yards, so he accounted for more than 300 yards. But he still hasn't had that 300-yard game, which I said, in my first video, that he's only gonna have like one, maybe two 300-yard games in this season, bro. I just don't see him getting to 300 because we're just not that offense this year, and we are not gonna need him like that. 30 passes, but only 272 yards. That's what we're gonna be. You know what I mean? More so than not. But that's great. That's great. That's what we need: efficiency and a touchdown and no turnovers. You know what I mean? Our defense can get us there, bro. That's how good our defense is. Okay. And by the way, my prediction for holding teams to 10 points. It's doing bad right now, actually. Let me just not mention that. But we held them to 17. Okay. We held them to 17. Okay. So, we did pretty good on that aspect. But anyways, Dak had 7 rushes for 40 yards, 5.7 a rush, and that 1 touchdown, of course, on the read option, and that was big. So, awesome. Pollard gets in the passing game, and he had 6. I don't know why I skipped past Lamb, but I'll go Pollard first. 6 catches for 80 yards. Of course, he had that big 60-yard run, so he really had 5 catches for 20 yards besides that. But, I mean, they helped. You know what I mean? Everything added up. 13.3 a grab for Pollard, average. So, CD, 7 catches, 117 yards, 16.7 a grab. That's what we need from CD. That's what we need from CD, bro. Cooks, 4 catches for 36 yards, 9.0 a grab, and a touchdown. Big touchdown, big grabs. Even though it was only 4, even though it was only 36 yards, it's when it happened that counted the most for him. So, big game by Cooks. Big game by Cooks. Don't let the stats fool you. Big game by Cooks, bro. Like, and he had a couple rushes as well. And, he got positive yards. So, but, we need that from Cooks every game just to keep the defense honest to what weapon are we going to use, bro? Is it going to be Pollard? Is it going to be Lamb? Both dynamic receivers that can, Cooks. Is it going to be Cooks or is it going to be Lamb? Both dynamic receivers that can make you miss on the first guy miss and get that yak, yards after catch. So we need more of that. Balance it out a little bit. Yeah. It was only, no real deep shots to Cooks, but it was more so like the important grabs, bro, that he made. So that's what we need, man. Nothing special, but it's special. Nothing special, but still special. You know what I mean? So then we go off to defense. Parsons had 1 sack. I believe it was our only sack of the game. We'll do team stats right now. Gilly with the INT game sealer over with. So now let's move on to their stats, their player stats. Herbert was 22 for 37, 227 yards, 2 TDs, but 1 INT, which was the end of the game. So, pretty good showing by Herbert, but no, it was kind of a rough day as well. you know, um, Dak like numbers. I mean, 22 for 37, 227 yards only out of 37 throws. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the average that Dak would have per throw, kind of. But yeah, I mean, great job by us. Great job by us. Great job by our defense, bro. Yeah. So then we all go on to Eckler, 14 rushes for 27 yards, 1.9 a carry. We did an awesome job on the ground against them. Defensive wise. Allen, 7 catches for 85 yards, 12.1 and 1 TD. That's tough, but I'll take that. I'll take that, man. But Herbert did miss a couple of throws to him that would have been crazy, and that would have, oof. But that speaks to our defense. We were pressuring him all night, and he was seeing ghosts, as I said earlier in the video. So credit to us, okay? It's not a discredit to Herbert more so than a credit to us. He was seeing ghosts, bro. Palmer, 4 catches for 60 yards and 15 catch. And so that does it for the player stats, guys. Here's the giveaway. If you stayed this far into the video, comment. The first 2 people, I meant to say the other times, the first person to comment, but I forgot. The first 2 people to comment in this video right now, since you stayed to the end, because this is the only way you're going to hear this, comment, I'm wearing Looney Tunes on my shirt. So comment bugs. Comment bugs down in my comments. And the first 2 to put bugs in my comments, I mean, not literally, not bugs, like, I mean bugs, like his name. In the comments, I'll give the first 2 people that comment bugs $20 a piece. $20 a piece. I think that's fair. Little giveaway for watching me, and that's showing respect. Showing that I care, and showing that y'all are showing that you care. If you stay this long, I mean, it's a long video, man. But I like to think that I give some good information. So hopefully you did stay this long, and if you F with me, like, comment, subscribe. Okay, once again, please. Okay, so now let's get into the team stats. Okay, let's get into the team stats. And by the way, I'll get in touch with you and through IG or something, when I comment back and you put your IG, and then we'll get in contact and somewhere through Cash App or something like that. So we'll take care of that. Don't worry about that. I already sent the money last week to one person at least. I need to get in contact with the second person that had commented. I'm going to give them a little something too. But yeah, so anyways, that's for last week. This is for this week. Offer expires, by the way. This offer expires at the end of, like at the start of the next week, of the next football week. So Thursday, or I'll go until Sunday. I'll give it to Sunday. And then the offer expires. So just to let y'all know. So anyways, let's go into the team stats. Total yards. I hope that made sense, by the way. Total yards. I'm half asleep. I don't know how I'm functioning right now. So total yards, we had 342 yards. They had 272, which was the amount that Dak threw for the same amount of yards that they had total. That's nice. That's nice. So, yeah, we had 342. They had 272. Passing yards, we had 246. They had 219. Rushing yards, we had 96. We didn't even crack the 100-yard mark. And they had 53 yards. Yards per play, you want to have this right around 6 yards per play. It was 5.6 for us, 4.5 for them. So kudos to us. First downs, we had 20. they had 17. Okay, very similar. Uh, third down efficiency, very similar. We were 5 for 13. They were 5 for 14. You know, it shows. I mean, we're close on almost every category, on almost every metric, except for total yards. Uh, here we go. Here we go. So then, that was third down efficiency. Fourth down efficiency, we were both 1 for 2, 50%. You know, and by the way, the Chargers shouldn't have gone for it on fourth down either. They should have taken the points and would have been a tie game. And you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I don't know why NFL coaches insist on going for it on fourth down so much, bro. In the beginning of the game, you don't want to go for it on fourth down. Second half, if you don't feel the momentum and you feel like you finally caught some momentum and you want to sort of, take the next step and take a chance, okay. But in the first quarter, second quarter, no, bro. Never. Never do that. Never do that. Never, never, never do that, bro. I would never do that. I wouldn't say never, right? There's certain situations when you're playing against a lesser team, when you know you got the right play, 100% is going to work in your mind. You do it. But other than that, bro, don't do it in the first quarter. Don't do it in the second quarter, ever. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Okay? Not even at the goal line. If it's 1 yard line, you know what I'm saying? No, just take the points, bro, please. But anyways, total plays. We both had 61 total plays. That's crazy how balanced we were. Sacks allowed. We allowed 5. They allowed 1. Wow. Crazy. They beat us there. Or wait. Sacks allowed. Yeah. So we allowed 5. They allowed 1. Punts. We had 4. They had 5. Penalties and yards. 11 penalties for 85 yards for us. 9 penalties and 79 yards for them. So, similar again. That's crazy. Fumbles lost. We lost 1. Of course, the muffed punt type situation. And they had 0. Interceptions thrown, though. So we each had 1 turnover. Interceptions thrown. We had 0. They had 1. And now, the very key stat of the game. Most times, but not this time. Not really. Because we had less time of possession than them. We had 29 minutes and 52 seconds. They had 30 minutes and 8 seconds. So, just a couple seconds more that they had the ball, and we got 3 more points than them. So, it didn't matter at the end of the day. Great win by us. Great win by us. Our next opponent is ourselves, because we are taking a vacation next week. So we're not going to play next week. The game after that, the game when we return in 2 weeks, is going to be, let me search it here. It's going to be against the Rams on October 29th, noon. I think the first noon game of the season, I believe. Sunday, noon, October 29th. Home against the Rams. We're going to be home against the LA Rams. So we're going to play 2 LA teams in a row. 1 away and now home. But yeah, we're going to get our little rest, man. Time to recover. Time to feel better. You know what I mean? So good. And the last thing, it's the game balls, man. It's time for the game balls. Okay? Y'all ready for the game balls? Okay? I got you. Okay? So, who's going to get this? My bad. I didn't mean to. It's not a remote. It's not a remote. It's a football. Anyways, who am I going to give the game balls to? It's only 1 ball, but we go offense, then we go defense, and offense. Drum roll, please. I didn't. Okay. Dak and Lamb. I'm gonna give it to Dak and Lamb, bro, because they just connected and it was nice. Dak was efficient. Lamb was efficient. Good things happened. Um, I believe Dak didn't miss a throw to Lamb or Cooks, something like that. I think he was like perfect throwing to them or something like that. I forgot what the metric that they put up was. Um, but damn, speaking of that, I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention. Man, I wanted to do this at the beginning of in the first half of my uh, review thing. So I wanted to do this, the little Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore metric stat that they put up, the points per game, the rush percentage, the time of possession margin, and the red zone TD. They compared McCarthy versus Kellen Moore. Mike McCarthy has 26.8 points per game. Kellen Moore had 27.7 points per game. Rush percentage, Mike McCarthy 44%. Kellen Moore was at 40% when he was calling plays for us. Time of possession margin, we have a plus 4 minutes and 33 seconds time of possession margin. Kellen Moore had a negative 1 minute and 11 second margin. Red zone TDs. This is the one that really stood out. You know, they're kind of similar in the other one, except, I mean, time of possession, I mean, I guess it goes to McCarthy right there, right? Of course, but red zone TD percentage, bro. McCarthy scores 37% of his red zones attempts. Kellen Moore, we were at 61%. Keep in mind, Kellen Moore was a bigger... In other words, Mike McCarthy has 6 games into play calling with us, 37%. Kellen Moore had 66 games to show for this stat, and he was at 61% when we were in the red zone. So, and that's the thing that 2 years ago, I came in here and said, man, Kellen Moore is a whiz in the red zone. He just knows how to get, like, the play calls that he calls, it's kind of misdirection, where is it going type plays. For us at least. I mean, he's not really doing that with LA that much, but at least for us, we had the talent to put the ball in the end zone because he would just confuse the defense in the red zone, in the goal line situations in the red zone. Yeah. So we were really good with him. So we need to go back and get that tape because, we could do a couple of those same things that we used to do with Kellen Moore now with Mike McCarthy in the red zone, just so Mike McCarthy could boost up his 37% red zone scoring. That's red zone TD. Matter of fact, that's not red zone scoring. That's red zone TD. So just to boost that up, he could help himself by getting a little pointers, going back and reviewing what we used to do with Dak at the helm. Mind you, we had Zeke Elliott and, but yeah, he could help himself there. But yeah, let's go back to the game balls and let's finish this off. Game balls, Dak and Lamb get my offensive game ball. And now for the defensive game ball, I'm going to give this to the Cowboys defense, bro. The whole defense, bro. Number 90, number 21, number 14, number 11, number 97, number 26, bro. We all just like joined in the fun, and none were bigger than those, bro. 90, 21, 14, 11, 97, 26. They just played out their mind, bro. I just like made a bunch of plays out there, and the role guys, the role players did it as well. But awesome game, awesome defensive performance from us. A little messy on offense, but nonetheless, we got the win. We were resilient at the end of the day. Remember that. So remember what I said a little earlier in the video about the giveaway. now it is time to end this. This has gone long enough. All right. So just remember, we them boys, enjoy our bye week. I'm gonna enjoy my little rest from here. Kind of not really. I mean, this is fun for me. I mean, I love my Cowboys, and never missed a game. That's all I gotta say. So y'all have yourself a good bye week. Enjoy it. You can go on vacation with your family because you don't have the Cowboys playing and they're not going to interrupt anything. So, not that we interrupt, we enjoy that, right? But, we got to give our family some time too, I guess. Nah, family comes first, right? Family comes first. But especially to all y'all married guys out there, family comes first, right? Wifey comes first, right? But nah. All right. I'll leave y'all with that. See y'all in 2 weeks. And I will review post-game the LA Rams game. But for now, I'll let y'all go. It's been a pleasure. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Really appreciate it. It will help out a lot. Ring the notification bell. See you next time.